नंद आओ मन मोहन, आओ नंद नंदन आओ मन। कैसे तूने द्वारिका में द्रौपदी की टेर सुनी, कैसे तूने द्वारिका में द्रौपदी की टेर सुनी, कैसे गजराज काज नंगे पांव धारे हो। आओ नंद नंदन आओ मन मोह, राधे 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 आओ नंद नंदन आओ मन मोहन। कैसे तूने गणिका के अवगुण निवारे नाथ, कैसे तूने गणिका के अवगुण निवारे नाथ, कैसे तुम भिल्लनी के जूठे बेर खाए हो। आओ नंद नंदन आओ मन मोहन, आओ नंद नंदन आओ मन मोहन, आओ नंद नंदन आओ मन मोहन। देर भई अब आजा रे कन्हैया, देर भई अब आजा रे कन्हैया, आजा रे कन्हैया, आजा रे कन्हैया, आजा रे कन्हैया, आजा रे कन्हैया। देर भई अब आजा रे कन्हैया, देर भई अब आजा रे। गोपाला गोपाला रे प्यारे नंद लाला, गोपाला गोपाला रे प्यारे नंद लाला, प्यारे नंद लाला तू मोहन मुरली वाला, प्यारे नंद लाला तू मोहन मुरली वाला, मोहन मुरली वाला, प्यारे नंद लाला, श्याम बंसी वाला, कान्हा मुरली वाला, भक्तों का रखवाला। जय हो नंद लाला, आओ नंद लाला, आओ नंद लाला। गोपाला गोपाला रे प्यारे नंद लाला, गोपाला गोपाला रे प्यारे नंद लाला। मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल, केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल, केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल। मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल, मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल, केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल, हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल, राधे बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल, 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 हरि हरि बोल
height, right? Yeah, okay, that's it. Yeah.
आनंदमयी चैतन्यमयी सत्यमयी परमे आनंदमयी चैतन्यमयी सत्यमयी परमे आनंदमयी चैतन्यमयी सत्यमयी परमे आनंदमयी चैतन्यमयी सत्यमयी परमे आनंदमयी चैतन्यमयी सत्यमयी परमेश्वरी आनंदमयी चैतन्यमयी सत्यमयी परमे 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 नंदमयी चैतन्यमयी सत्यमयी परमे आनंदमयी चैतन्यमयी सत्यमयी परमे
आनंदमयी चैतन्यमयी सत्यमयी परमे
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय
Om. We welcome you this morning again to our Mandir services, Puja, Bhajan, Kirtan, talks. We hope that you will enjoy and take home something from today's whatever we do and get some peace of mind as the case may be. Asangoham, 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 punah punah.
असंगोहम 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 पुनः पुनः
Satchidanandarupoham,
सच्चिदानंद रूपो
ahameva धर्मनिष्ठोऽस्मि न चात्मवेदे न भक्तिमान् त्वचरणारविन्दे अकिञ्चा अनन्या गति शरण्या त्वत्पादमूलम् 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 शरणं प्रपद्ये सूर्य है चंद्र गुरु है
गुरु सूर्य है चंद्र गुरु है
पूर्ण प्रकाश
गुरु है पूर्ण प्रकाश
गुरुर ब्रह्मा गुरुर विष्णु गुरुरदेव महेश्वरः गुरुर साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः
गुरु सूर्य है चंद्र गुरु है गुरु है पूर्ण प्रकाश
अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तद्दर्शितं तत्परं दर्शितं मेव तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः
गुरु सूर्य है चंद्र गुरु है गुरु है पूर्ण प्रकाश
जिस हाल में जिस देश में जिस भेष में रहो जिस हाल में जिस देश में जिस भेष में रहो राधा रमण राधा रमण राधा रमण कहो
राधा रमन राधा रमन राधा
जिस नाम में रहो, नाम में, जिस नाम में, जिस नाम में रहो, राधा रमन, राधा रमन, राधा रमन कहो। सब आइए भाव से। संसार में, परिवार में, घर बार में रहो,
संसार में, परिवार में, घर बार में रहो,
राधा रमन, राधा रमन, राधा रमन कहो।
राधा रमन, राधा रमन, राधा रमन कहो।
राधा रमण, राधा रमण, गोपी जल जीवन, राधा रमण। गाइए।
राधा रमणा, राधा रमणा, गोपी जन जीवना, राधा रमणा,
गोपी जन जीवन,
राधा रमणा।
राधा रमण, राधा रमण, गोपी जन जीवन, राधा रमण।
राधा रमणा, राधा रमणा, गोपी जन जीवना, राधा रमणा,
गोपी जन जीवन,
राधा रमणा,
गोपी जन जीवन,
राधा रमणा।
बोलो राधा रमण, राधा रमण।
जन जीवना, राधा रमणा।
What's he doing? वो क्या कर रहे हैं भाई? I can't hear the violin. What are you? All of you. गोपी जल जीवन, राधा रमण।
राधा रमणा, राधा रमणा, गोपी जन जीवना, राधा रमणा।
अरे क्या हुआ भाई? उसका क्या हुआ? I can't hear the violin. राधा रमण, गोपी जल जीवन, राधा रमण। बोलो
राधा रमणा, राधा रमणा, गोपी जन जीवना, राधा रमणा।
हरि हरि बोल, हरि हरि बोल, केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल। बोलिए
हरि हरि बोल, हरि हरि बोल, केशव माधव हरि हरि बोल।
हरे के today I would like to talk about happiness of the mind. So many of us, we think that we are happy, and the next moment we know we are not happy. So, happiness is reacting to a situation. Happiness is determined by reacting to a situation or choosing your response. Got it? You can either react to a situation or you can choose your response. And if you decide to be the victim always, that, oh, the world is against me, no one likes me, I'm always the lowest one on the totem pole, my mother does not like me, my brother, always complaining. When you complain and complain, it affects your brain, because your brain is a neuroplastic organ which reacts to changes in your mood, and as your mood is changed, so parts of your brain is changed. I'll talk about that a little later, without getting too much of neuroscience and that sort of thing. So it depends upon what we would like to be: the victim, V-I-C-T-I-M, victim, or we choose to be the what? You can either be the victim or the victor. You can only be the victor, because let us say you look upon the garland of Lord Shiva. Garland, some of you can say it's beautiful. Some of you can say, I don't like the color arrangement. If there are 100 of us here, we'll have 100 opinions about the flowers, right? But the flowers remain the same. It is not affected by what you say, or I say, or he say, or she says. So how do I translate that flower to happiness? I translate the flower to be your mind. Your mind is the one which will determine whether you're a victim of the situation or you're a victor of the situation. You know, you come home sometimes from where you do your job. Come, DJ, come in front. You come home from when you do your job, and as far as you're concerned, you did nothing wrong. But your wife's mouth is long, really long. And so you said, what happened? He said, oh, you never apologize. So you don't know, as far as you are concerned, you did nothing wrong. Apologize for what? Or unless you say, sorry, I'm not going to talk to you. So your mind is like the flower, the garland of Lord Shiva. It will not change by your opinion. So your mind is like a flower. What you said? Okay, I apologize. You know what she will say? Oh, you apologize, but I really don't think you apologize, I really don't think you mean it. Is that true, Ash? Right. So I said, what do you mean I don't mean it? He said, I'm still hurting from this morning. I don't know what I did, but I apologize again. So it goes on for 2-3 days, then things will become calm. If we subject ourselves to those type of reaction, we are not choosing our responses. And the thing to choose our response is our mind. Because believe me, the brain is a neuroplastic organ, and it reacts to change. For example, if you teach a person, I got to be careful. You can't say gentleman because ladies say, oh, what about us? So, person. You choose a person who knows nothing about juggling. You teach him to juggle. After 3 months, before he starts to juggle, MRI, everybody know what MRI is? MRI is an X-ray of the brain, put it simple. They do an MRI of the brain, so they get a picture of the brain before he starts to juggle. He juggled for 3 months. After 3 months, now he mastered the art of juggling, can juggle. They did an MRI again. And what they showed that the part of the brain, which is the back of the head called the occipital part, the visual cortex is there, the back there. They show that that has developed much more than what it was before the juggling. What I'm trying to tell you is that your brain reacts according to your mood, your mind, etc. And so if you decide that you are not going to let someone make me unhappy, it's all in your mind. Now, you don't have to be a brute, because this, you can translate this as saying, oh, I don't care what she said. No. This is not what I'm trying to say. All I'm trying to say, you make peace with everybody, you empathize, sympathize, have compassion with everybody, but in your mind, you can say, no one will affect me. We come to this temple, I've been here over 40 years, and I've seen people come and pray and fast and do all sorts of things, but yet their mind is the same as they were in the beginning of 40 years. It is because we do not try to say, you know what, no one will make my mind be impure. Impure meaning it will not bother my mood, it will not change my situation, because I am not reacting to a situation, I am choosing my response. And my response is that no one will make this mind of mine murky or cloudy. My mind will always be crystal clear, but I'll react with everybody humbly. This is very important. You don't react to them snobbishly, because you can say, I don't care. Don't you see that here? Right here in this Vishnu temple? After prayers, during prayers, between prayers, any type of prayer. So this human mind, but this is dependent upon one thing. Why we can't do this? This is the thing. I'm saying so. Choose your response. Why we can't do it? Why? Why you think we can't do this easily?
Ego.
Huh? Ego, no. Well, ego is a part of it, but you're depend upon your what? What you came with. Your vasanas. Your vasanas are the tendencies with which you have been born with. And what tendency you've been born with? Some people, you look at their face, you don't want to see it the second time. Some people, you look at their face, you want to see it all the time. Some people come to your home or to where you are, you don't want them to go. You want them to stay. And those people don't stay. They light a little bit and they're gone. But those who you do not want to stay, they are down your throat for the whole day. So that is what affects us. We come with our various tendencies, and my tendency, my vasana is such that my mind can never be like the flower. Our minds, let us say our minds cannot be like the flower. Let us try to make our minds a little bit like the flower. Teeny weeny. just like the juggler, who after juggling for 3 months, the part of his brain has developed. Similarly, if you believe what I'm saying here to you today, you take a little bit of it. You cannot just not let people affect you 100%, but let them affect you only 90% from tomorrow, or 99%. And then you go to next week, 98%. So this the Sanskrit word called abhyas. Practice, 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 practice. Does it make sense what I'm saying, or no? Does it make sense? No. So what we do to change our mind? We try to meditate. And when we meditate, this is what happens. Meditation, this is scientific. There's some research called meta-analysis, without getting into too much of science here. These are really good studies then, put it that way. These are really good studies, which compare and contrast. They did these studies, and scientifically validated benefits show there's reduced, with meditation, reduced symptoms is associated with depression. Today, each and every one of us suffer from depression, but only in what? There's a quantification, only a certain percentage. Someone may suffer with 5% of depression. Some may, no one here can tell me that they don't get depressed during some parts of the day or week. We always get depressed. But our minds become so strong that we ride the depression and we do not become depressed. Others are inundated by the depression and they have to go for pharmaceutical treatment. So to make your mind strong, I brought this topic here to show you that with depression, with meditation, you can get rid of depression. Ask every child who is going to school. Sunday night blues, because not even children, people are going to work. You know there's something called TGIF? Thank God. They say, thank God it's Friday. So everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. The bars are opening up. Back home in Guyana, during cane cutting season especially, you get paid on Friday. They pay in a packet. By the time the man gets home, half his money is finished. His wife asks him, he beats the wife up, beats the children up, and everything else. Because thank God it's. So what happened when you go Monday to work? You say, it's called OGIM. Oh God, it's Monday. TGIF is Friday, and Monday is OGIM. Oh God, it's Monday. So what to do to create this to prevent TGIF and OGIM? We try to make our minds strong, and we do not become the victim of the situation. When situation comes to us, we become the victor. This is the road to happiness. All the prayers in the world you do is hopefully trying to get you to do this. All the fasting you do is trying to get you to do this. All the charity, compassion, you do, trying to get you to do this. To keep the mind so strong that nothing can bother you. And when you see that, so we meditate, we get rid of depression, anxiety disorders. We all suffer from anxiety. You go for an exam, you suffer from anxiety. You go to see a lawyer, you suffer from anxiety. You go to see a doctor, you suffer from anxiety. Your lab results come back, you don't know what is in the lab result, you suffer from anxiety. But it is all in degrees. But some of us are so anxious that it affects our health. Meditation helps us with depression. It's a two-spectrum. One is depression, one is anxiety. Helps us with pain, insomnia. You can never be healthy unless you sleep well. Anyone who does not sleep well can never be a healthy person. You have to sleep well. And to sleep well, you must try to exercise, sweat. Don't eat a heavy meal at dinner time. And do the Vedic way of eating, half stomach food, quarter stomach, water, and quarter stomach, air. So, and enhance ability to pay what? To pay attention. So these are the things that will make us strong individuals. You want me to continue with this, or shall I give you all a little rest? Govinda bolo bolo Gopal bolo. When you go to school, keep this on this. When you go to school, you do algebra. There are a lot of equations in algebra. How many people did algebra? Only one person did algebra? Oh, you did too? When you do algebra, especially algebra, geometry that also is there. Equations are there. You know, with my time, Mirazamana, in my time, there used to be they called theorem. I don't know if they still have it. They still have theorem today. And at the bottom of the theorem, QED, where the theorem is proved, etc., etc. But that is ages ago. Anyway, they still have equations in algebra here, do they? Still have equations. So there's the equation. And the equation gives you a result. But all individuals use that equation. Some use it right, some use it wrong. Some don't know how to do it. Some have to. We used to call it back home your kaga. You know what's kaga? You know what's kaga? You know what's kaga? You're born here, right? Kag means you look at your mati book and you see what they write, and then you write it down. That is kagging. Have you heard of kag? That's a Guyanese word, is it? Yeah, kag. All right, there we are. Back to what we were. The equation remains the same. Similarly, no matter what happens, the equation in your mind must never change. Your mind must be like a computer screen. You have the word delete in the computer, right? So the guy says something, you know, your clothes don't look nice. Okay, what do you do with that statement? Delete. Oh, your clothes look very nice. What do you say? I wonder what he wants. Delete. You delete again. You just keep on an even keel, we call equilibrium. And once you are on an equilibrium, the equations remain the same, the flowers remain the same, and let your mind not respond to these situations. Happiness will always be yours. And we talked about meditation. Now, your mind is the computer screen. All these things are coming, and you can then decide what you want to erase. Erase is there, delete, erase, the same thing. Or if you want to use capital, you put that shift there, you go to capital and so forth. You know, when the computers came, I was a surgeon, and they say the X-ray films, we used to go and see the films, they put it up, we see it. And then they said they could put this X-ray film in the computer. I said, my God, what's going to happen to me? Because I don't know anything about computers. But eventually, just like the juggler, you look at it once, you look at it twice, it became simple. Now I can't do without that. So this is what happens to us. Practice. So from today onwards, if someone says you're fat, if someone says you're too thin, if someone says you're ugly, if someone says you're beautiful, if someone says you're no good, if someone says you're too good, all this computer screen. Your mind is a computer screen. You believe me. If you adopt this attitude, please do not be arrogant about it. I remind you again, do not be arrogant about it. Let the mind be the computer screen. Delete. And most of those things you press which button? Delete. If you want to be happy, if you want to be the victor, you press delete. So, we go back to this picture when you meditate. Did it MRIs on people who meditated for a long time? And they did MRIs on people who never meditated. And they found, you see, can you see that green ring around the brain there in the front part? Can you all see that green ring? Yes. Right. And you see a little red coming up there? This is the prefrontal cortex. And this part of the brain is responsible for memory. This part of the brain is responsible for thinking. And once you are a meditator, you will surprised how this will develop in you. They did studies on people who are 25 years old, who are not meditators, and they did MRI on people who are 50 years old, who were meditators. Got it? Have I lost you all? No. I should have said something before that. As you grow older, your brain shrinks. Your brain becomes smaller. And that is why memory goes first. Alzheimer's, of course, is a different stage. But if you are a meditator, they did a study between 25 years old and 50 years old. And they showed that a 50 years old brain was just as good as a 25-year-old people who never meditated. I'm just trying to tell you two things here today. One, to keep the mind strong. And three, never forget to meditate. Because this is what is going to push you as you get older, you will continue to read, you'll continue to do puzzles, you'll continue to write, you'll continue to hear talks, you'll continue to assimilate. You will not get bored. I went to the gym 2 days ago in Hamilton. So I saw a guy, he was about 70 years old. I said, you come every day? He said, Dr. Sam, I have nothing else to do. I am retired. I said, what do you mean you have nothing else to do? He said, no. I get up, I have my coffee, I come to the gym. I spend 2-3 hours here. I go home. And what do? Put what? Couch potato until next day. But at least he exercises the next day. You never stop working. You must never, the word retirement should never be in your vocabulary. So who I'll tell you about now? Henry Kissinger. Anybody heard about Kissinger recently? You heard? You heard?
I didn't hear about it.
You heard about Kissinger? Kissinger is 100 years old. He's writing his third book. Third book. He's going to go to Germany, where he was one of the Jews during Hitler's time. Why? These people live with a purpose. You have to live with a purpose. So when you do this meditation, now if you look at the blue line is are the persons who meditated. I can't see it properly. And the red line are the persons who do not meditate. And they will show you how they, according to the age, if you look at the bottom, you will see the age. And you see the age, as the age gets older, the blue gets more on top, which means their brain is still much more gray matter in their brain than they have in here. So that is why meditation is so important. It's something that we should really practice. So what are we going to do now? We are going to meditate. Throw us a light music, you know? Light music. Cartage. Yeah, you go ahead. Light, something light. Not loud, light. We sit in a comfortable position. We look at our nose, the tip of our nose, and we watch our breath going in and out. In and out. You relax your neck, shrug your shoulders, relax your shoulders. Relax your arms. Relax your belly and the hips. Let it go slack. Relax your thigh muscles. If you're sitting on a chair, you can do this. In and out. Just breathing. Nothing else. Just breathing. In and out. Keep the mind focused on the tip of your nose. Focus on your heart center, where your heart beats, but hopefully you don't hear it. Let God give me compassion. Keep your breath going in and out still. I just think about your heart center. Compassion. Kindness. Charity. Focus on your eye center, right between your brows. There's the seat of the Lord. Make me strong. Make my mind strong. No one will disturb me. Talk to God. Breathe in and out. Feel a calmness. Feel your whole body relaxing. I know nothing about the outer world at the moment. Only you, Lord. Om Shanti Om. I'm a peaceful soul. Everybody should say it. Om Shanti Om. I'm a peaceful soul. Om Shanti. Just quiet, everybody. I'm a peaceful soul. Enjoy the meditation. Enjoy. Watch your breath in and out. In and out. Feel him in your heart. Let your heart burst with love. Let your heart burst with peace. And let my mind be strong. So, Lord, I must always remain a victor in this world and never a vanquished. Watch your breath still in your nose, in and out. If any part of your body is not working well, focus there. and you will be healed. Your belly, your knees, your back, your waist, wherever. Focus on that part. Oh, I don't want to get out of this. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu.
सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु
Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu.
सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु
Sarvesham purnam bhavatu.
सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु
Sarvesham shantir bhavatu.
सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वर्धनात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमाम्
Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya.
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय ॐ शान्ति 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 ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति
Bhakti ke deep jalao,
भक्ति के दीप जलाओ
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ.
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ
जरा से पीड़ मिटाओ,
अमृत रस बरसाओ ॐ शान्ति 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 ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति
जीवन को नित महकाओ.
जीवन को नित महकाओ
सब अवगुण को बिसराओ.
सब अवगुण को बिसराओ
हर संताप हटाओ,
नारायण को हर्षाओ ॐ शान्ति 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 ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति
ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनापतितमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम rub your hands together, put it over your face, and ask that all that energy may come within you. Our energy is usually at our fingertips, and we ask this energy to be with us, stay with us, and give us good strength. I am going to talk about liver. There are a few, there's Pandit Rajesh. Rajiv. Rajesh is the other guy. The other guy. So that, there are a lot of singers here. I would like you to sing 2 verses only. Everybody will sing 2 verses. If I sing more than 2 verses, I'll stop you. So 2 verses, and then we'll go. So you sing first. So you're sponsoring today. You don't want to sing? Sing. You're sponsoring today. Your father's, whatever it is. So you can sing. I would like Rajiv to say a few words now, or you would like to sing, or what you would like to do? What, you will sing? You know, go on, while he's getting his, these guys got to get the things ready. Rajiv is a young Pandit, and at the moment he's studying at Harvard. And he's studying religious studies at Harvard University and Sanskrit. So we must be very proud of someone of this tradition. And his parents are, of course, the one to be praised for what he's doing, because when Rajiv comes back after he finished Harvard, I don't know what his plans are, but that will be 2 Sanskrit scholars we will have from this temple. One, of course, is Dr. Vishal Sharma, who is a PhD from Oxford, and he's doing a postdoc at the moment. And that is why he's over there. That's Pandit Bhoj's son, and Tej. And I said Tej too. Did I not say Tej? Yeah. Oh, okay. It is Tej's son, really. Anyhow, and so we are very proud to have you, Rajiv. So 2 verses. Go ahead.
हे शिव शंकर परम मनोहर सुख बरसाने वाले दुख टालते भव सितारते शंभु भोले भाले शंभु भोले भाले शंभु भोले भाले शंभु भोले भाले हे शिव शंकर परम मनोहर सुख बरसाने वाले दुख टालते भव सितारते शंभु भोले भाले शंभु भोले भाले लो पर नाम है मंगलकारी जगदीश्वर त्रिपुरारी लो पर नाम है मंगलकारी जगदीश्वर त्रिपुरारी साचा वर दो दीन जनों को हे भोला भंडारी उसका मंदिर क्या भरमाए जिसको तू ही संभाले दुख टालते भव सितारते शंभु भोले भाले शंभु भोले भाले शंभु भोले भाले शंभु भोले भाले मृत्यु तेरे चरण विष भर कंठ में ले ले। मृत्यु तेरे चरण दबाए, विष भर कंठ में ले ले। भूत और प्रेत निकट नहीं आवे, शिव शिव नाम जो लेते। उसका मंदिर क्या भरमाए, जिसको तू ही संभाले। दुख टालते भव से तारते, शंभु भोले भाले, शंभु भोले भाले। हे शिव शंकर परम मनोहर, सुख बरसाने वाले। दुख टालते भव से तारते, शंभु भोले भाले, शंभु भोले भाले, शंभु भोले भाले, शंभु भोले भाले।
जैसे सूरज की गर्मी से जलते हुए तन को मिल जाए तरवर की छाया। सूरज की गर्मी से जलते हुए तन को मिल जाए तरवर की छाया। ऐसा ही सुख मेरे मन को मिला है, मैं जब से शरण तेरी आया मेरे राम। सूरज की गर्मी से जलते हुए तन को सूरज की गर्मी से जलते हुए तन को मिल जाए तरवर की छाया। ऐसा ही सुख मेरे मन को मिला है, मैं जब से शरण तेरी आया मेरे राम। सूरज की गर्मी से जलते हुए तन को मिल जाए तरवर की छाया। अटका हुआ मेरा मन था कोई, मिल ना रहा था सहारा, मिल ना रहा था सहारा। लहरों से लगती हुई नाव को जैसे, लहरों से लगती हुई नाव को जैसे, मिल ना रहा हो किनारा, मिल ना रहा हो किनारा। उस ललकाराती हुई नाव को जो किसी ने किनारा दिखाया। ऐसा ही सुख मेरे मन को मिला है, मैं जब से शरण तेरी आया मेरे राम। सूरज की गर्मी से जलते हुए तन को मिल जाए तरवर की छाया। शीतल बनी आग चंदन के जैसे, रागों की पाहो जो तेरी, रागों की पाहो जो तेरी। उजियाल पूनम की हो जाए राती, ज्योति अमावस अंधेरी, ज्योति अमावस अंधेरी। युग युग से प्यासी हरे बूंद जैसे, सावन का संदेश पाया। ऐसा ही सुख मेरे मन को मिला है, मैं जब से शरण तेरी आया मेरे राम। सूरज की गर्मी से जलते हुए तन को मिल जाए तरवर की छाया। ऐसा ही सुख मेरे मन को मिला है, मैं जब से शरण तेरी आया
Today is shift they are cooking, and his mother is here. His mother is 94, I think. And she used to beat me when I was small, his mother. Because I used to behave bad, so she's still a very ruction lady. Oh, good.
And look how you turned out.
She straightened me.
मैं राम नाम गुण गाऊं, 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 तेरा सहारा लेकर भगवन, तेरा सहारा लेकर भगवन, भवसागर तर जाऊं, मैं राम नाम गुण गाऊं, मैं राम नाम गुण गाऊं।
बस, बस।
विपता के मारों का तू है, जन्म जन्म का साथी, तेरे नाम से रोशन दुनिया की अंधियारी बाती, मन मंदिर में निस दिन भगवन, मन मंदिर में निस दिन भगवन, प्रेम की ज्योत जगाओ, मैं राम नाम गुण गाऊं, मैं राम नाम गुण गाऊं। कहते हैं कण कण में प्रभु जी तेरा रूप समाया, फिर मैं भगवन देख न पाऊं, क्या ये तेरी माया, मुझको दान करो वो अखियाँ, मुझको दान करो वो अखियाँ, जिनसे मैं दर्शन पाऊं, मैं राम नाम गुण गाऊं, मैं राम नाम गुण गाऊं, तेरा सहारा लेकर भगवन, भवसागर तर जाऊं, मैं राम नाम गुण गाऊं, मैं राम नाम गुण गाऊं।
So, Angad had that fortitude of mind that I spoke about earlier today, that is dependent upon you whether you want to become the victor or the victim. And the way for you to become the victor, you must make your mind strong. I've did a comparison with the flower, with the equation, etc. to you. And I've told you about meditation, and we did some meditation also. And I hope you enjoyed the meditation while the meditation was going on. Here from Ramcharitmanas, from Lanka Kand, Angad went, placed his foot on the ground, and he said that if anyone moves by foot from here, you keep Sita. Ravan, you keep Sita, and we go back to Ayodhya. Did you know that, Prakash? You know that, right? That much you know. Okay. I can make joke with Baloch because
Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Ram, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Ram.
Gahata Charana Kahali Kumara Mama Pada Gahena Tora Ubara.
Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Ram, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Ram.
Gasinara Macharana Satajai Surata Piramana Ati Sakuchai Gasinara Macharana Satajai Surata Piramana Ati Sakuchai Ram Raja Ram
Raja, Ram Raja.
बोलिए सब कोई
Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Ram.
मंगल भवन अमंगल हरे मंगल
भवन अमंगल हारी।
जब उस दशरथ अजर बिहार
प्रभु सो दशरथ अजिर बिहारी।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
बोलो श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम
जय जय राम बोलो श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
बोलो श्री राम जय जय राम। Angad planted his foot down and said, if anyone can lift my foot today in this sabha, I will go back to Ayodhya. Imagine the faith Angad had. Lord Rama never instructed him to do this. He did this on his own. He did this on his own because he knew that he had so much of the bhakti of Sri Ram with him, so much of the Shakti of Sri Ram with him, that no one will be able to move his foot in that sabha. This is the kind of faith, क्या भाई? Not to trouble the mic when I'm talking. This is the kind of faith we must have. This is the kind of devotion we must have. But our devotion is, Sam, how is it? Shaky, shaky. Oh, baby, there's the Lord, baby, you know. We must be like Mira. Mira, Father asked her that he would not be in town tomorrow. If she would go and give bhog to the Lord, bhog means prasad, you know, prasad, bhog, prasad. And you pull the screen, you give bhog to the Lord, and then the Lord will eat it. So Mira, very young, went to the temple, put the milk in the katori, pulled the screen, Avo bhoga lagavo pyare boha, so forth. When she pulled the screen back, the katori had the same amount of milk. So she said in her innocence, I thought that you would drink this milk. Why are you not drinking the milk? Okay, I'll go again. Pull the screen back again. Avo bhoga lagavo. Pull the screen back. Milk still there. She did this for 6 hours. And the last time when she pulled the screen, the katori was empty. Whether a rat drank it or a Bhagwan drank it, Bhagwan knows, right? I don't know. But the milk was gone. And then she realized, yes, Bhagwan has answered my prayer. Because pure innocence. And when we come to Bhagwan, we must come with that childlike what? Innocence. And when we come with that childlike innocence, once a man, twice a child, but that is referred to when you go and you mess up your pants and so forth, and you don't know what you're doing. But this is once a man, twice a child, and when you become a baby again. Because when you're in front of the Lord, when Sri Ramakrishna used to go in the streets, he used to go mad. People say, Pagal hai. He was mad for who? Mad for God, mad for the goddess. So we must have that kind of faith. When we have that kind of faith, everything will come to us. When we have that faith can move. Mountains. You all know it. You all should go preach here, I should be. How to reverse fatty liver disease was what I spoke to you about last week. But just because you all are so sharp, I just want to remind you again about it. This is a very... Why am I talking about fatty liver? Because over 60% of us have fatty liver, more than 60%. Now it's getting more. The more Coke you drink, the more juices you drink from the shop, you know those where you put the slot, you put your money in the slot and you get orange juice and you get this juice and that juice. It's filled with something called fructose. And fructose is a type of sugar which you get from fruits. Fructose, fruits. So, and you get it mostly from mango and banana, 2 fruits that you should not eat. Because fructose goes straight to your liver. The muscle would use up glucose, but the muscle would not use fructose. Fructose goes straight to the liver. I saw a chap in the office, 6'4", 304 pounds. So I said, do you drink soda? His wife said, no. He drinks soda every night, lots of soda. So if you want to find what the husband is doing, you ask the wife. Because she will tell you the truth what he's doing. He will never tell you. So the fructose goes straight to his liver. And when the fructose goes to his liver, the fructose is converted into fats. And you get what? So it is here, function, sugar is go to glycogen plus fat. And when it's detox, the liver can do all this. It converts the sugar into glycogen, And when the sugar is more than what the liver wants, the liver then converts it into fat. When the liver's, you got me? When the liver's glycogen is something that we all use when we walk, when we exercise. It's a type of chemical that comes out of our muscles, and that is why you got to walk every day. So you use up the glycogen, use up the sugar. But when fructose is in your body, it's terrible. And the mechanism in which you get fatty liver, this is Prabhat has put it beautifully here for us. 3 things. Increase of sugar. Now, increase in sugar does not mean necessarily table sugar. Sugar, if you eat bread, white bread especially, carbohydrates, aloo, dal, chana, rice, roti. So, what is there to eat? Finish. If you are vegetarian, you're dead in the water. Is that right? Because there's nothing else. Rice, flour, sugar, aloo, dal, chana. You might as well become a carnivore. Is that true? But you don't have to be. You don't have to be. So sugar is what is converted from glycogen to fat, and insulin. You see insulin there? When your HbA1c is over 5.8 and over, you are already storing too much insulin in your body. The Canadian Diabetic Association gives us the figure 6 as the number where you become a pre-diabetic. 6. So when many patients come to me with a HbA1c of 6.4, I say, are you on a regime? He said, no, the doctor says, carry on. You can't carry on. Once it goes above 5.8, you have to watch your body, sugar. And you're storing lots of insulin. So insulin causes the liver to have lots of fats in it, and toxins, alcohol, as you all know. And what's the solution to that? Good fat, vegetables, and stop alcohol, sugar, fructose, carbs, drugs, and marmalade. Let's go to the next one, because if I continue this, we will never... 6 things to avoid to help the liver. 6 things to avoid to help the liver. Medications. Since we started it in January, I don't think I wrote more than 12 scripts. 12. Only those people who have been on maintenance drugs like high blood pressure pills and so forth, and even people who come to me with high blood pressure, their blood pressure is a little bit high, I will try to tell them to change their lifestyle, that put them on tablets. The reason for this is, when a tablet goes into the gastrointestinal system, we have a gastroenterologist downstairs now. He's overbooked. So he's the one who is my gastroenterologist. And when the drug goes into the gut, never seen this thing before, so you know what it does? It throws it to the liver. Everything foreign that comes into your gut goes to your liver. That 3 or 5 pound organ is a chemical factory of the body. And there, so many things are formed. Cholesterol is formed, everything is formed. You see, the liver makes cholesterol. And when you block with cholesterol pills, your cholesterol up, the liver does not make cholesterol anymore. Anyhow, there's a different time. So medications is not good, but I'm not saying medications are not required from time to time. Don't go tell everybody that I said you must not have medication. I'm not saying that. Quite a few people come to me with cough and cold. I said, look, let's drink some warm lemon, do some deep breathing, try and let us see if you can write it out. If you get fever and you are really in a bad way, I'll give you something. So, cooked canned foods, bad. You know why? Why, Sam? Huh? Yeah? What is it? Chemical. Artificial chemicals in them. Terrible. Terrible. Alcohol. You know, many people say, oh, red wine is good for your heart. You know how much red wine you have to drink for it to have that effect? Lots of red wine. To get a resveratrol, it's called, the chemical is called. Junk food. Pakora. Bara. Alubal. What else? Huh? Huh? Fries. Pulauri. Bad. But I like it. Now and then you can take a little bit. But it's bad. Bad, 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 bad. Especially if it's fried in vegetable oil. The vegetable oil does not come from vegetable. It comes from seeds and preservatives. Please do not use vegetable oil. But that's the oil we use at Vishnu Mandir. When you don't, but what we do, we offer bhog unto the Lord, and He converts the vegetable oil to avocado oil. How about that? Yeah. Next thing you must never use is corn. How many people like corn here? Bad. Bad, 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 bad. Corn is very bad. In Africa, where you go, I've been to Africa. When you go in Africa, the corn is sold by the wayside, right? Yeah. Corn and mogo, cassava. Corn is bad for you. Very bad. It has lots of sugar. Next, Baba. Is that enough for that for today? So that's 6 things that you should not eat. And 6 things, shall I give you these 6 things to help the liver, or that's too much for today? If that's too much, there's something called tadka. Tadka is a bile salt. And bile is very important because it is a bile that combines with the fats that you eat that can make it absorbable. If you don't have bile salts, the bile salts and the bile in your gut, you'll be in a lot of trouble. There's something called tadka which can help you. Milk thistle. Anybody knows that? Nobody knows milk thistle? You know it, right? Dori? Tell them about. That's the lady I delivered here in 1975. When I came in 1975, I did have my degrees were not recognized as a surgeon, but they allowed me to practice. So I did family practice then, which I'm doing now. That's the lady I delivered, first lady. When she came to be pregnant, I said, by the time she ready to deliver, I'll be out of this. My dear man, she was ready for me one day, and I didn't know what to do. Anyway, that was that. So you know what? Milk thistle is a kind of thing that, that weed that you, what that thing that you say that, the wheat, some kind of wheat. Oh, you still know. I can't remember the buckwheat and all that sort of thing. Something like that. Cruciferous vegetables. What is cruciferous vegetables? Broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, sauerkraut, especially if they are fermented. Fermented vegetables are very good for you. Fasting, of course. You should only eat 1 time a day. After you go out today and eat, you should not eat until tomorrow. If you want to live a healthy life. But if you want to live and bend and support it, dhakole. Keto diet, which you all know about, carnivore. This is all I'll talk about liver today. But I just want to show you one thing. But you have the other slide? You see that crack in the foot? You see the cracks? You ever see the cracks? Skin itching, skin not being good comes when your liver, you have a fatty liver. Mostly. This is not 100%. Medicine is not 100%, okay? So you see somebody with a cracked foot and he has a good liver, does not mean that what I said was wrong. But mostly, people with cracked feet, they have a lot of fatty liver. Vitamin A, there's A, B, C, D, and E. Vitamin A, which we do not take very much, will result in this. Next one. Oh my God, it's a bit tough. Leave this for next time. We go to Gita Dhyana. पाठाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवतां
नारायणेन स्वयं
व्यासेनागतितान् पुराणमुनिनां
मध्ये महाभारतम्
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणे भगवते
अष्टादशाध्यायिनी
अम्बा त्वामनुसन्दधामि
गीते भवद्वेषिणी
नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे
फुल्लारविन्दायतभद्रनेत्र
येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णा
प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमया प्रदीपः
प्रपल्लपारिजाताय
श्रोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये
ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय
गीतामृतदुहे नमः
सर्वोपनिषदो गावो
दुग्धा गोपालनन्दन
पाठो वत्स सुधीर्भोक्ता
दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्
वसुदेवसुतं देवं
कंसचाणूरमर्दनम्
देवकी परमानन्दं
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं
भीष्माद्रोणातता जयादता जला
गान्धारनीलोत्पला
शल्याग्राहवते कृपेण वहने
कर्णेन वेलाकुला
अश्वत्थामा विकर्णघोरमकरा
दुर्योधनावर्तिनी
सूतेरा खलु पाण्डवैरददे
कैवर्तका केशवा
पाराशर्यावचः सरोजममलम्
गीतार्थगण्डोत्तकम्
ज्ञानाख्यानककेशरं हरिकथा
सम्बोधनाबोधितम्
लोके सज्जनशतपदैरहरः
दीप्यमानं मुदा
भूयद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमला
प्रध्वंस्यं श्रेयसे
मूकं करोति वाचालं
पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं
यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे
परमानन्दमाधवम्
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन रुद्रमरुता
स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः
वेदैः सागपराक्रमो परशिदैर्
गायन्ति यं सामगा
ध्यानावस्तिरतर्गतेरमनसा
पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो
यस्याल्तं न विदुसुरासुरगणा
देवाय तस्मै नमः
Chapter 13 verse 2 Sri Bhagavanuvacha
श्रीभगवानुवाच
Idam shariram kauteya
इदं शरीरं कौन्तेय
Chetam iti abhidiyate Etadyo veti tang prahu
एतद्यो वेदितं प्राहुः
Chetragya iti tadvidaha
क्षेत्रज्ञ इति तद्विदाः
Tadvidaha, they were by those who know this, who knows what. So it says, Idam shariram, Sri Bhagavanu vacha, Idam shariram kauteya, Chetam iti abhidiyate, Etadyo viti tang prahu, Chetragya iti tadvidaha. Tadvidaha, by those who know this, Chetragya, the knower of this will be. Gya, knowledge, Chetra, feel. Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjuna, O Arjuna, if the one who is the knower of this body is called a field, and the one who knows this body is called the knower of the field, which means that this body is only temporary. But it's difficult for us to understand this. This body is very transient. And this body will dissolve. It comes to nothing. It comes to ashes. And once you understand this, that this is in your body, this body is a house. I told you this story with Ghata, where the Ghata Akash, when the space in the pot, when the pot is broken, Ghata Akash becomes what? Huh? It becomes Akash. It mixes up with the Akash. So the space, your body is like a pot. There's a space inside which is your Atma, your Ji, whatever the case may be. The pot is broken, the air escapes. It means the consciousness which is in that pot, which is you, when that pot is broken, that consciousness becomes one with the greater consciousness. This is what happens to us when we, but if we understand this, and if we know this, then we don't have to cry. But because of our attachment to this body, when you're born, while you're in your mother's womb, the fetus is saying what? What is fetus saying, Bulesh? I said it about 1 million times. What the fetus is saying when he's in the mother's womb? I don't see why I should talk all the while. You all should talk a little bit too. So what does the fetus say? Bulesh? Let me out, let me out. Sam, I want to ask you, I think you know what that'll be. You're a big president now, so we can't embarrass you in the temple. So the fetus is saying, Lord, I don't want to go through this again. Let me out, and I will, when I'm out of here, Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shainam, punarapi
jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam. Yes.
Sansare bhagodostare
Kripaya pari,
Bhai Murare
sansare kripaya
Kripya Bhai
pari murari. Bhaj Govindam, Bhaj Govindam, Govindam bhaj Muramani.
We ask that may I be let out from this body. I will not be born again. But as soon as you are born, what's the first thing the doctor do? He takes the baby and he gives it to the mother. The mother holds the baby to her breast. All her pains are gone. If she delivered naturally, all the ooh and ah that was going on during delivery time, all gone. All gone. Is that true? All gone. She forgets. She forgets everything. This is the magic of Maya. This Maya, which is so great, this is the magic of it. Ask any mother here who was delivered per via naturalis, naturally. That's Latin, you know that, right? So that is, if they have gone through that, do you know why the baby is better delivered naturally than cesarean section? Because if cesarean section is in vogue, there's too much of medicine time is going on. I forgot that. I'll do that next time. You know why? Huh? The bacteria, of course. The bacteria, the birth canal is when the baby gets and makes his immune system very strong. The Lord is so great. All this He does for us, and yet we doubt that He's existing. I think you want this gentleman to sing? 2 verses only. Tell him.
If you have time for Psalm.
What?
You have time for Psalm after that? I don't know.
Time for what?
Psalm.
2 verses. I'm running it. I know what I got to do, but he been here this morning. 2 verses.
मन रे मन रे प्यार हरि के द्वार मिले श्याम नाम भजू मन हरि नाम भजू रे श्याम नाम भजू मन हरि नाम भजू रे श्याम नाम भजू मन रे प्यार हरि के द्वार मिले श्याम नाम भजू मन हरि नाम भजू रे श्याम नाम भजू मन हरि नाम भजू रे श्याम नाम भजू इस द्वारे तू आजा प्राणी शीश झुका के एक बार ओ इस द्वारे तू आजा प्राणी शीश झुका के एक बार ओ शीश झुका के मन अंतर से गिरधर स्वामी को पुकार ओ यही यो मांगे एक नया संसार मिले श्याम नाम भजू मन हरि नाम भजू रे श्याम नाम भजू मन हरि नाम भजू रे श्याम नाम भजू मीरा ने सिया विष का प्याला अपनी प्रभु का लेके नाम हो मीरा ने सिया विष का प्याला अपनी प्रभु का लेके नाम हो विष का प्याला बन गया अमृत जय हो तुम्हारी जय हो श्याम ओ यही से सबको नया संसार मिले श्याम नाम भजू मन हरि नाम भजू रे श्याम नाम भजू मन हरि नाम भजू रे श्याम नाम भजू मन रे प्यार हरि के द्वार मिले श्याम नाम भजू मन हरि मन रे मन रे मन रे मन रे
We have the president of Devi Mandir who is going to chairman, right, or president, or both? Chair. The chairman of Devi Mandir will give us great pleasure in asking Sam to sing 2 verses for us. And We welcome him. First time he's coming as the chairman for Devi Mandir. We welcome him to our temple. And we hope that Devi Mandir will rise back to the situation that it was in when he was in. Am I right? That it was in when he was in. That's you.
2004, 2012. 11 years ago.
Okay, well, then you can do it. You're a young man.
Thank you, Doc. We need all your prayers to help us.
You're a young man. You can do it.
करते हो तुम कन्हैया करते हो तुम कन्हैया मेरा नाम हो रहा मेरा आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा मेरा आपकी दया से सब काम हो रहा करते हो तुम करते हो तुम कन्हैया मेरा नाम हो रहा आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा मेरा आपकी दया से सब काम हो रहा पतवार के दिनों मेरी नाव चल रही पतवार के दिनों मेरी नाव चल रही मेरा करते हो तुम करते हो तुम कन्हैया मेरा नाम हो रहा सब सब
Very nice. Okay, so we are going to do Hanuman Chalisa. I know there's a gentleman watching me here to see whether I'll finish at 12 o'clock. He's in the audience and he's waiting. We see all these singers and he probably has a challenge in his mind. Will Doctor, do we finish at 12 o'clock? Sri Guru Chalisa.
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम राम
पर सागर
जय कपीस देवलोक उजागर
राम दूत तुलस बलरामा
अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत
ओ
नामा
महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी
सुमति निवार सुमति के संगी
कंचन वर्ण विराज सुवेशा
कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा
हाथ वज्र ध्वजा विराज
आगे उज्जवल साजे
शंकर सुवर्ण केसरी नंदन
तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन
विद्यावान गुणी अति जातो राम काज करिबे को आतो
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
प्रभु चरित सुर में को रसिया
राम लखन सीता मन बसिया
सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिय दिखावा
विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा
भीम रूप धरि असुर सवार
रामचंद्र जी काज
ए
समारे
लाई सजीवन लखन जियाए
श्री रघुवीर हर्षि उर लाए
रघुपति के ने बहुत बढ़ाए
तम मम प्रिय भरत सम पाई
सहस बदन तुम यश गावे
अस कई श्रीपति कंठ लगावे
सरकारिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा नारद शारद सहित ईशा
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
यम कुबेर दिगपाल जाते
कवि को बिन कई सके गाते
तुम उपकार सुखी वै कीरा
राम मिलाए राजपद दीना
तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना
लंकेश्वर भई सब जग जाना
युग सहस्र योजन पर भाजो
लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानो
प्रभु बोधिका मिलम कबाए
जल्दी लाखी के अचर जनाई
दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते सुगम रूप तुमरे देते हनुमान जी हनुमान जी हनुमान जी
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
राम द्वारे तुम रखवारे
भोजन आज्ञा बिन पैसारे
सब सकल है तुम्हारी शरणा
तुम रक्षक काहू को
और
डरना
आपन तेज समारो आपे
तीनों लोक भागते कापे
भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे
महावीर जब नाम सुनावे
नासै रोग हरै सब पीरा
जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा
संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे
मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे
सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे
सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे
चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा
हे प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा
साधु संत के तुम रखवारे
असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे
अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता
अस पर दीन जानकी माता
राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा
सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा
तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे
जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे
अंतकाल रघुवर पुर जाए
जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई
और देवता चित्तर धरई हनुमत से ही सरस करई
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
संकट कतई बिताई सब पीरा
जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा
अरे जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई
कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई
जो सत बार बात कर कोई
शूद्री वंदे महासुख होई
जो यह पढ़ हनुमान चालीसा
होई सिद्धि नाथी गौरी सा
तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा जय नाथ हृदय मरेरा
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे
Bhagwan ki jai. So today, the Pretty Boys is sponsored by family of Chef Bezir, and his mother is here with us, my first cousin. She's 94, finish? 93 plus. She's in 94th year. And she used to look after me when I was a baby and a child, and very bad lady she was. She was a bad lady then, she's a bad lady now. Anyhow, I welcome her today, and I'm very, very pleased. She is the Dharmapatni of the late Pandit Sarju Prasad Besir, who was a very, very great admirer of our temple, the work of our temple, so we asked the Bhagwan look after his memory well. Jalaram Satsang, 4 o'clock, next. Ganga Dasara Puja tomorrow, 6 o'clock. We are going to do it outside. Tomorrow is Ganga Dasara, so those who like to come and take part, it would be great. Balaji Abhishek on Sunday, June 4th at 8 o'clock in the morning. Ladies' ethnic wear, latest styles today. Next. International Yoga Day, we are celebrating on the 21st of June. In the morning and in the evening. In the morning in the park, and in the evening, maybe depend upon the weather circumstance. And on that day also we have our golf tournament. It's all sold out. Next. Summer camp, we need a lot of volunteers. I would like to ask for volunteers for the summer camp, for people to just give 1 day out of the 10 days. Just one adult, give 1 day out of the 10 days. If you can, Janti is outside, you can see Janti, man or woman, to look after the young children. We have over 100 children, I think it is, or nearly 100 children. I don't want any child to be denied entrance into the camp. Any child who wants to the camp, there must be no limitation. Every child must be given a chance. So because of this, there's a little bit of little cut-put in there, so I'm asking for volunteers. 1 day out of the 10. Next. That's it. We have our clinic downstairs. We have a gastroenterologist doing clinic today, and he's completely booked. So those people who would like to see a pediatrician, gastroenterologist, internist, whatever the case may be, you can book as you feel like. You know, when the specialists come to you, you take it for granted. Very much so. I make some appointments of people to see specialists. 6 months, 8 months. You ask these people right here. People with cancer can't get to see specialists. You all get it too easy. So I was telling Pandit Bhoj, very easy here. I was telling Pandit Bhoj, maybe I should forget about this specialist. Don't worry about the specialist. You're not worth it. But then I said, you know what? Those who worth it, those who are deserving, they should get the benefit of it. So we are going to close. Arokar will finish at 12 o'clock. Don't worry. Shri Radhe Gopind Sabajamana Shri Radhe.
Radhe Shri Radhe Govind Bajman Shri Radhe.
Bolo Shri Radhe Jai Jai Radhe.
Radhe Shri Radhe
Jai Jai Radhe. Shri Radhe Govind Bajamana Shri Bole.
Radhe Shri Radhe Govind Bajman Shri Radhe.
Bolo Shri Radhe Jai Jai Radhe.
Radhe Shri Radhe
Jai Jai Radhe.
Radhe Govind Bajman Shri Radhe.
Bolo.
Radhe 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 Radhe.
Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. A beautiful temple was opened yesterday in Brampton. I went to that temple. There were at least 2,000 people there. The capacity was huge. I didn't see there, Sam. You were there? Huh? Oh, you were behind me? Oh, you're right. I think my brain is shrinking. Yeah, it was nice to see so many people from especially for the temple run by West Indians were there yesterday. And it was a kind of a unified type of feeling it was. Huge, 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 huge. You can swallow Vishnu temple. It's 60,000 square feet. Temple, the whole structure. And I went up to the basement, and the basement was quite huge also. Also, the Parliament of India was inaugurated today, and you should have seen Modi doing puja. When all of us are ashamed of doing puja, you should see Modi falling flat on the road, Sashtang Pranam, in front of all the Vedic priests. You didn't see any North Indian priests there. They were all South Indian priests. You're from North India, right? Yeah. So all South Indian priests there. आप देखा? क्या देखा? क्या नहीं देखा? आप नहीं देखा. आप झूठ बोलते हैं. मैं जानता हूँ कि आप झूठ बोलते हैं. Yeah. No, you should see the pride of Hinduism. India has come back to where it should have been because of Modi. Not because of Nehru, but because of Modi. Modi is a true Hindu, and he brought back Hinduism to India. But he had all religions there. He had Islam, Christians, whatever, Jains, Buddhists, they were all there. Apan dharma, theek hai. But ours, we must maintain it. And it was such a pride to see Havan being done right in the parliament, brand new parliament building. So there's a little bit smoke in your house, you're worried about it. In the parliament building. And you know the South Indians do Havan. That is Havan. Not like when North Indians do with 2 pieces of dhoop. They do a huge Havan with Basudhara and all. You know. So it was a great, great occasion, and I hope that you all enjoyed it. Arti.
Om Jai Jagdish Hare Swami Jai Jagdish Hare Bhakt Jano ke Sangati Raj Jano ke Sangati Kshan mein door kare Om Jai Jagdish Hare
त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वगुं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देव महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बोलिए महालक्ष्मी विष्णु जी भगवान की जय। महालक्ष्मी तिरुपति बालाजी भगवान की जय। श्री महालक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की जय। धर्म की जय हो अधर्म का नाश हो प्राणियों में सद्भावना हो विश्व का कल्याण हो। हर हर महादेव।
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I bring this